Hey gang, welcome to another great episode of Powerboating in Paradise TV. I'm Stu Jones here at our Pompano Beach studio, and I'm proud to present part one of a two-part series featuring the 2014 edition of the Tampa Bay Poker Run. We saw a record turnout with over 40 powerboat teams from around the nation for a first-class poker run that was headquartered at the luxurious Renaissance Vinoy Resort on the vibrant St. Petersburg waterfront. We've got a great show, so let's go. As always, you might expect to see some high-performance hardware on these Florida Powerboat Club events, and Don Lightfoot from Texas certainly illustrated that point with the arrival of his new Nortec 52-foot Cat powered by Mercury Racing 1350s. Thankfully, it was just over a year ago that the boat ramp at Maximo Park, just off of I-275, was completely renovated to accommodate the larger boat trailers that we now see on Florida events. Now, typically, we don't recommend leaving the boat trailers and the rigs at the public ramps overnight, so we've arranged parking at the city of St. Petersburg, closer to the Vinoy Resort. So a typical poker run team would need at least two good drivers to manage this mission. One driver to take the truck and the trailer back to the downtown St. Pete area to park it, and the boat driver to carefully navigate the boat from the Maximo Park ramp through the Sunshine Skyway and across Tampa Bay to the Vinoy Basin. It's only about a 15-minute ride. But in Don's big Nortec, probably more like 10 minutes. Now it's time for the introduction of our poker run venue host, the Renaissance Vinoy Resort and Marina, located in downtown St. Petersburg with Tampa Bay on its doorstep. The marina facilities include a 72-slip marina with concrete fixed dock, water, electric, and it's a gated facility for security. And thanks to Dockmaster Wes Stevens, who always takes care of his marina guests. Just steps away from the marina, the beautiful Vinoy Resort exudes luxury and elegance in so many ways and carries with it a colorful history that has bestowed the property with the honor of being recognized by the National Registry of Historic Buildings. It's the ideal destination for any event, a wedding, a family reunion, a corporate event, or a charity fundraiser, or even just a weekend away with the family. This is the Florida Powerboat Club's fourth consecutive year of having the Tampa Bay Poker Run being hosted at this location, and it just never gets old. Many club members have made this an annual event, and they always look forward to returning year after year. I kind of hate to admit it, but every time we come here, we're so busy with our boating activities that we rarely get a chance to enjoy the amenities here at the Vinoy Resort, and including this pool, which is just incredible. I think it's been about 4 years since I've even been in that pool. Now, just out in front of Vinoy is 5th Avenue, which is actually a cobblestone street, so it really gives an old charm that makes this such a great destination. You can get out front and just walk a few blocks out to Vinoy Park or North Straub Park. It's a great place to walk the dog or just go on out and get some exercise. Just a block away at Vinoy Park this weekend is the annual Blues Fest, so there's lots of entertainment on the agenda. It's Friday and the boats are getting ready for what we have commonly referred to as the Friday Fun Run. It's not actually part of the poker run, and not everyone can attend because they haven't arrived in town yet, but we've got a sizable fleet of about 24 boats that are going to make today's run. Looking around the docks, it was easy to see we had the usual eclectic mix of high-performance hardware, from V-bottoms to catamarans, center consoles, and there's even an 80-foot performance yacht on its way today. We'll be right back with more of the Tampa Bay Poker Run right here on Powerboating in Paradise TV.
Toyotas and Ford, BMWs, Honda Accords, Jags, Infinities, Bentleys, Mazda, big savings, it's on. We got over 2,000 cars in stock. Get financed in minutes and drive up the lot. Now in Miami, off Red Road in between 826 and the Granny by the Opelika Airport. And in Palm Beach on Lake Worth Road, just west of Congress. Offleaseonly.com.
Performance you can see, and performance you can definitely hear. It's the look and sound of custom marine performance mufflers, headers, and tailpipes, and it's been the choice for offshore racers and performance boaters for over 30 years. Top quality materials and industry-leading fabrication make CMI exhaust the benchmark in the marine industry. Go to Custom Marine for some amazing tech specs and ordering information. Custom Marine, it's all about performance.
Hey boaters, if you enjoy performance boating and fun in the sun, Florida Powerboat Club has everything you need. We plan the best events and get you there safely to the hottest boating destinations in Florida. But you don't have to own a boat to enjoy the lifestyle. Social membership starts at just $69 and includes the Powerboating in Paradise magazine, FPCT, exciting DVDs, and our great parties. Call our Pompano Beach headquarters, like us on Facebook, or visit flpowerboat.com. It's time to get in on the fun.
Welcome back to Powerboating in Paradise TV, featuring part one of the 2014 Tampa Bay Poker Run with members of the Florida Powerboat Club. Our videographer David Steele is on board with Randy Carver on his 50-foot Nortec, No Compromise. This is a big, heavy V-bottom with triple 850 horsepower Nortec engines, so it's the perfect platform for catching some good video clips for the Friday Fun Run today. When you attend the Tampa Bay Poker Run, you have to think in short distances because the bay and the local Gulf waters are connected to so many cool places, so you don't have to go very far to find a great beach or a protected anchorage, or in our case today, a great waterfront restaurant. We're actually driving on what will become the Poker Run course tomorrow, which is a Saturday start as we pass under the Sunshine Skyway. This is going to be a great shot with the helicopter on Saturday morning, as the helicopter will get high up as a large group of boats will pass underneath. Our destination today is the Tarpon Point Grill, located on the Manatee River, and it does have a short idle zone before you get into the restaurant. There's a lot of traffic on this river, and there's some manatee zones, so it's always good to bring it down and be safe. It's also a very scenic way to enjoy the day. Now, there's got to be a reason why they call it the Manatee River, is because there's actually manatees on it. Well, we didn't see any today, but it is important to obey the manatee speed zones. We're getting closer to the restaurant. It's just up and around the corner, but it is important also to pay close attention to navigation. If you look at the restaurant and you say, well, there it is, I got to go to it, you'll probably run aground. That's the key about navigating on these Florida waters. You've always got to use your local knowledge as well as a GPS. And if you're not sure, it's always smart to stop and wait for somebody who does know. Arriving at Tarpon Point Grill, where there was plenty of dockage for all of the boats, and in these docking situations, it's always good to have your lines and your fenders ready, and of course, patience is the key, as each boat gets settled into the right position and properly moored. But these Poker Run captains, they're seasoned professionals, and they've always got great crew members to assist. So in a matter of minutes, we were settled in, and soon we were headed for the Tiki Bar. Jackie and I had enjoyed the ride aboard this new 50-foot Mystic, and we caught up with builder John Coster for a few words. Here on the Friday Fun Run, not my first time on a Mystic, but my first time on a Mystic Cat. It was a few years ago, Jackie reminded me, that we went on the 62 Mystic V-Bottom with builder and owner John Cosker along. And John, again today, a beautiful ride on this 50 Cat. What is it about this boat that makes it run so great?
You know, I mean, a lot of it's just balance and construction. You know, we've been doing it for a while now. This was our 12th one. We're on our 16th one now. So, you know, we don't build a ton of them, but we take a lot of care in what we do.
It's got a smooth ride. The engines purr like I hate to say it, but sewing machines. It's literally so quiet. You can barely tell they're running those Mercury Racing 1350s. But just the ergonomics of the layout, the cockpit, and just the comfort of sitting in it. And it just feels like you're sitting in your living room going 120 miles an hour.
you know, it was nice to be able to kind of take a clean sheet from the race boats and start over and say, you know, what do people really want on their boats? I mean, the girls and wives and girlfriends, they love the back lounge seats. You know, we took the back seats, we rocked them back a little bit, take the load off your spine, make it more comfortable. You know, kind of a race wraparound windshield fairing on it, so it's quiet in the boat. There's not a lot of wind on you. You know, just tried to make it very comfortable. Just because you go 150 miles an hour doesn't mean you have to be uncomfortable.
Well, sorry that the owner of the boat, Ryan Leesma, couldn't be here. He's here for the poker run, but obviously out doing something right now. So awful nice to have an owner that would say, go ahead, John, take my boat out for a ride today, and then give me the opportunity to go for my ride. So thank you for the opportunity. It's been a great ride, and we'll have a fun ride back too.
Sounds good.
It was our second visit to the Tarpon Point Grill. We had made our actual poker run lunch stop here for the previous Tampa Bay poker run in 2013, and we thought it would be nice to return once again. The staff was prepared, the food was awesome, the atmosphere was casual and relaxing. What a great way to start the weekend. The only thing missing was girls in bikinis playing volleyball. A beautiful day Friday here for the Tampa Bay Poker Run. Light winds and warm temperatures, and thank God we got out cruising today. We came all the way to Bradenton. It wasn't very far at 120 miles an hour, but we're here right on the Manatee River at our favorite stop in Bradenton here at the Tarpon Point Grill. Oh God, what a fantastic lunch, great service. One of those kind of kickback places that you'd expect to find in the Florida Keys, right here in Bradenton, downtown at that. Plenty of dockage here for our powerboaters as we arrived. A lot of cooperation from everybody as we rafted up and got the fenders and the lines out. And staff was ready, food was ready, and couldn't find a better thing to do on a Friday afternoon here on the Gulf Coast of Florida. Tampa Bay Poker Run 2014.
So, you're looking for a place to go on vacation, where the water is warm and the nights are hot. A place to remember. A place to get lost. Or blend in with the crowd. A place that defines your individuality. A place to test your skill at something new. A place that feels like home away from home. Visit Jacksonville, Florida.
BoatsDirectUSA.com is your Florida Keys connection for the best prices on beautiful new boats, used boats, and quality service for your existing boat. You will save thousands on new boat brands like Contender, Blackwater, Deep Impact, Statement, and Ocean Hawk, as we are the exclusive dealer. At BoatsDirectUSA.com, you will choose from the largest and nicest selection of quality pre-owned boats too. Over 70 boats in stock. Financing is available. Just log on to BoatsDirectUSA.com now to get pre-approved. Trade-ins are welcome, so trade up into your dream boat at BoatsDirectUSA.com. Mile marker 98 in the middle, Key Largo. Need service on your existing boat? We have full-time certified Yamaha, Mercury, and Mercury Verado technicians on site, and we are your authorized parts dealer. Call today to learn more about our 100-hour services and general repair work at BoatsDirectUSA.com.
Boat Show TV is coming to Sun Sports. It's 30 minutes packed with extensive coverage from Florida's top boat and yacht shows. Boat Show TV features popular brands. You'll see the latest luxury cruisers, sporty runabouts, fishing boats, performance boats, personal watercraft, and family water sport boats, even the finest yachts. Join Stu Jones and his cast of boating experts, and you may see a few celebrities along the way. Boat Show TV starts Saturday, May 24th at 7:30 a.m. on Sun Sports.
Welcome back to Powerboating in Paradise TV, as FPC model Melanie provides a little entertainment for our cameras on the docks at Tarpon Point Grill. We're on day one of the Tampa Bay Poker Run, and everyone is having a great time. Special thanks to the gang at Tarpon Point Marina for helping us out with some lunch stop dockage. Here at Tarpon Point Marina, where we did most of our dockage here for the lunch at Tarpon Point Grill in Bradenton. I want to thank the guys here. They run a real busy high-dry operation here. The marina is just over my shoulder here, over the mangroves, where they store about 200 boats on racks. Obviously, a big part of the Florida boating lifestyle is having your neighborhood high-dry. Makes life easy. You know, you get them call ahead, get them to put the boat in the water, You go out and have your fun on a Friday afternoon. You come back, you leave the boat, you get in your car, and you go home. And it's their turn to take over. Put the boat on the forklift, rinse it off, flush the motors, put it back in the rack. That's the way we do boating in Florida here. But it's time to keep moving, so let's get back out on the water and head back to downtown St. Petersburg, where the rest of the poker run teams are just arriving into town. In total, we've got over 40 teams registered for the Saturday Poker Run, and that's a record for this annual spring event that's been running for 4 years in a row. But there's always a little hiccup in the plans for a few teams, and what I mentioned earlier in the show about how important it is to use your chart plotters and rely on captains with local knowledge, well, it really comes into play with Florida Boating. Meanwhile, our videographer David jumped on board with Bill Robbins from Texas in his 38-foot Donzi, where he had a chance to grab a few good video clips of the boats as they return through the Manatee River and out to the Gulf of Mexico and back to Tampa Bay. You can see from these images just how great the conditions were for this Friday afternoon ride, and what a great way to start the poker run. Arriving back in the Vinoy Basin, there's the St. Pete Pier, which is under renovation at this time. And there's Red Reynolds with Lady Lisa. These teams are getting ready for the big run on Saturday. With all the boats settled in for the night, it was time to take full advantage of the Vinoy's amenities. No, not the pool. We're talking about the patio bar, where the drinks were cold, and just inside in the main lobby, Jackie Jones and her staff were setting up to greet the poker run teams and get checked in for the run. This is where all the teams get their souvenir goodie bags, their decals for their boats, their t-shirts, and their tickets for all of the poker run functions. So it's an important part of the event process, and we always do it the night before the poker run. And along with the theory of doing things properly and in compliance with our insurance and safety regulations is the mandatory captain's meeting that is held on the evening before every poker run event. The Vinoy furnished this banquet room for the function, and this is where we go over the important course details, departure times, hand signals, emergency response measures, and we outline the various speed classes that are involved in the run. Special thanks to all of the teams for supporting us on our safety management program. I'd also like to thank two of our local volunteers for helping out with the safety management. Jay Pellini from Pellini Marine and his 35-foot center console, and Sandy Eastep with their 31-foot fountain center console, who both provided their boats for our medical response team. Later Friday evening, it was time to shift gears and enjoy the fine dining and the vibrant nightlife along the St. Petersburg waterfront. Dozens upon dozens of fabulous restaurants, lounges, boutiques, and specialty shops are located along a 5-block section of beach streets, and it's all just walking distance from the front lobby of the Vinoy, depending, of course, on how high your heels are. But if you don't feel like walking, there's always the horse and carriages, and there's plenty of cabs nearby. But these are the kinds of images, the horses and carriages and the beautiful well-lit parks. These are the images that you're going to see along the St. Pete waterfront, and it really is a beautiful place to enjoy on any evening. We chose the popular Birchwood, which is a boutique hotel as well as a restaurant, for our Friday night destination. It features a first-class cocktail lounge and a restaurant with a superb rooftop lounge called the Canopy, where many of our poker run teams congregated for after-dinner drinks. This was a fun place to hang out with fabulous views of the Vinoy Basin and the Tampa Bay, and I guarantee we're going to be spending a lot of time here when we return. And here's a beautiful vista looking out over North Straw Park with the Vinoy Resort in the background. You're watching the 4th annual Tampa Bay Poker Run with members of the Florida Powerboat Club. When we return, it'll be poker run time Saturday morning. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
We may not all be in the same boat, but out on the water, we're all on the same wavelength. in the Florida Keys and Key West.
Welcome back to Powerboating in Paradise TV, featuring the Tampa Bay Poker Run 2014 edition with this beautiful 48 MTI getting ready to run. Saturday morning, we enjoy a dockside social over coffee, juice, and bagels, and it gives some of our teams a chance to get better acquainted before the poker run starts. Of course, you can't beat those fresh Einstein bagels and hot coffee to cure a headache from the night before. Back with another great episode of Powerboating in Paradise TV, the Tampa Bay Poker Run. We're here in downtown St. Petersburg at the Vinoy Marina, and it is loud, and we're getting ready for a big day here on the water along the Tampa Bay waters. And it's 5 checkpoints all together today. We're going to start here at the Vinoy. We're going to head out into the Bay waters and then out into the Gulf for a card. But we're going to pretty much spend most of our day in the protected waters of Tampa Bay. A lot of big horsepower here. This MTI behind me backing into his slot. A whole row of MTIs and fast cats here with big power. Mercury Racing 1350s, big custom engines, but a lot of speed, a lot of power. 3 classes altogether today. Sport boat, performance, and high performance classes. It's all here for the Tampa Poker Run. Let's go. Today we're flying with Tampa Bay Aviation in their Robinson R44, which is based out of nearby Albert Whitted Airport. We were most impressed with their professionalism. We'd like to share with our viewers that they often do a variety of sightseeing rides, so give them a call at 727-461-5229. We're now flying over the Vinoy Basin for the handoff of the first poker card. We hope you enjoy this poker card handoff segment from the docks at the Vinoy Marina, and I think that with all the camera work you're about to see, that you can really capture the essence and the fun that is associated with these Florida Powerboat Club events. The weather is great, and many of these teams have traveled hundreds and even thousands of miles to attend. Special thanks to our poker card girls, Melanie and Casey, for managing the task with skill and precision. And notice that we've added 2 GoPro cameras to the card poles, and along with our dockside camera and the aerial camera in the chopper, that's a total of 4 cameras used to capture this excitement of the first card handoff. For those of you viewers who are watching for the first time, I'm sure you want to know, what's the card for? Well, first timers, here's the plan, and listen up. Altogether, each poker run team, or every boat you see, is going to gather up a single card at each checkpoint in a sealed envelope, and throughout the day they'll continue to gather up 5 cards. Now at the end of the day at the party, we'll play out the cards, which is a straight Texas Hold'em rules, and all of the teams with the top 3 hands will win the poker run prizes. So who wins the prize for having the fastest boat, you ask? Well, nobody. A poker run is not a race. It's just a fun day on the water. I want to thank all of the newcomers who came out to the event. We've got a lot of new local members attending and a lot of people who traveled a long ways to attend this first poker run event. Remember, it's with this new blood that keeps the club going all these years. And last but not least, Mark and Eileen Fisher. I'm glad they're here because that's the boat we're riding on. After their first card, the boats are directed out to the bay waters just off the St. Pete Pier, where the actual run will start. Now, even though none of these boats are racing, we still have a variety of speed classes, so we can separate the boats and keep the poker run safe. There's a sport boat class for boats that run 50 to 60 miles per hour, then a performance class for boats that cruise 70 to 80 miles per hour, and a high performance class for the boats that cruise well over triple-digit speeds all day long. And speaking of triple-digit speeds, for his first poker run in his brand new 48-foot MTI, here's Gino Gargiulo from Miami with this beautiful MTI powered by Mercury Racing 1350s. George and Shannon Arduous have returned to this event every year. This time it's in their new 44-foot MTI. Last year it was a Donzi, but they decided it was time for a cat in their life. Mike Nunez is enjoying his new 45-foot Nortec Cat. He's had several boats in the club before, but Danger Zone is his newest, fastest ride. And now for the V-Bottoms, there's Bob Christie and Albert Terramana from Ohio in their 42-foot cigarettes, running side by side and looking great. And our final introduction for today's show, Bob Crow from Fort Lauderdale in his 39-foot Nortec with 777 Marine outboards. What a cool looking ride. That pretty much wraps up part one of our Tampa Bay Poker Run 2014 edition here on Powerboating in Paradise TV. When we return on our next episode, we'll have part two with plenty more high-speed aerials, scenic shots throughout the beautiful Tampa Bay area, and a lot of great checkpoints while people are having fun on the Tampa Bay Poker Run. It's all right here on Powerboating in Paradise TV. This is Stu Jones. Thanks for watching. See you next time.